As one of the greatest surprise we have for our sixth season of Life in Violet, La Vida en Violeta, that is the version in Spanish of this show, we'll have a new segment. And this segment will be devoted to mindfulness. And it will be in the hands of Flor Taboada. And let me introduce her to you. Flor Taboada is a meditation instructor, energy healer, and flower essence practitioner who has been studying and practicing Buddhism and meditation, holistic therapies, and healing for over 30 years. She first started practicing and studying Buddhist meditation in 1991 and trained as a meditation instructor in 1997. She has attended several meditation retreats and lived and worked in a Buddhist retreat center in France. Flor is also an energy healer certified by the Healing Touch program, a flower essence practitioner, and an inspiring workshop leader and mentor who brings into her practice not only her experience and expertise, but also a caring and open heart, positive energy, warmth, and kindness. As a result of her own healing from feelings of falling short and never enough, lack of self-worth and assertiveness that we are getting in the way of her professional and personal life, she has committed her work to helping women heal the relationship they have with themselves so that they can stop the people-pleasing and the over-caring and have the courage to stand up for themselves, honor their needs, and go for what they want. Flor supports her clients through an integrated mind-body-soul approach, either in a group container or through one-to-one work. A former linguist and a citizen of the world, with fluency in several languages, Flor moved from her home country, Spain, to the UK in 1998 to join her then British boyfriend and now husband, who, by the way, she met in a month-long meditation retreat. After 6 years in New York City, where I met her, I had the honor to meet Flor. After 6 years in New York City, where she ran a private healing practice, classes and workshops, she returned to the UK in 2017. Outside her healing practice, she loves spending time in nature, traveling, broadening her knowledge in healing modalities, reading, writing, attending meditation retreats, cooking and baking, and spending fun and nurturing time with her loving family and friends. She can be reached, pay attention, at Flor, F-L-O-R, at Flor Taboada, FlorTaboada.com. And of course, in her website, which is flortaboada.com. So welcome, Flor. This was a long presentation.
Thank you so much.
But I could say much more. I could say what I feel in my heart, that you are a gifted healer. You have a gift there, apart from all your experience, your studies, etc. There is a gift in you, and that you will be generously sharing with us in the next season of Life in Violet. Welcome again.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Veronica. It's a pleasure.
And what is mindfulness to begin with?
What is mindfulness to begin with? That's a very good question. There are many sort of different definitions for mindfulness, but for me, mindfulness is basic self-care. In the same way, we care about our bodies, the diet, exercise. We also need to care. We need to take care of the mind, right, and all the emotions. So for me, mindfulness is almost like basic human responsibility, civic responsibility, because it's a way, I think, as individuals, we all need to take responsibility for our lives, our thoughts, and our sanity. And mindfulness is this way to pause. You know, in life, how we are always trying to get somewhere, always busy, multitasking, things getting, worse and worse with social media. So there are really very few moments in our life where we can actually stop and pause. And mindfulness is that tool, that practice, because it's a practice of training the mind. That's probably we train the mind to be in the present moment.
And in a society where women are sometimes bombarded with violence, with attack, with stress, why would mindfulness be useful for us?
Yeah, very good question. Mindfulness would be for everyone, but especially in this sort of situation, as I was saying, is to take a moment to be with yourself. Rumi, the poet Rumi, that's why you like to say, do you make regular visit to yourself? So the practice of mindfulness is this practice, can be as short as 5 minutes, 10 minutes a day. Is this time whether you are sitting with yourself and with whatever is happening in yourself. So mindfulness, meditation is not, there are so many myths about what mindfulness is. It's a blank mind, you block your thoughts. For me, it's nothing to do with that. It's sitting with kindness, with loving kindness, with who you are and the way you are in that moment. And by sitting there, you are feeling your feelings, you are seeing your thoughts, and you are not, as opposed to our daily activity, you are not reacting to them. You are just sitting there, witnessing what's going on. And for me, because of that, then you begin to develop self-awareness, and self-awareness is always the best step to change. You need to know there is a problem. You need to know something is not right, so you can do something about it. So mindfulness opens that sort of clarity so we can see clearly what's going on in ourselves and in our life. And that's important.
Exactly, because let's think of a woman who is suffering domestic violence. She is in a state of mental chaos, I would say. And there is no clarity. To practice mindfulness as much as possible would provide her with the tools of clarity, getting in touch with herself, seeing what is going wrong with her situation, and seeing the best strategies to get out of that situation and having the energy. Otherwise, you get exhausted in this exhausting life we are living in. Plus, if you are living in a situation of violence, that could diminish your clarity, your sense of reality even. No? So mindfulness could give you back that, no?
Yeah, exactly. Could help you with that. Absolutely. Always taking into account, as you know, Veronica, that, anyone in a situation of danger, of high levels of stress and anxiety, the first thing obviously is to ask for support, to ask for, for someone, to help. And then at the beginning, if we are, if our nervous system is obviously not right, it's going to be very difficult just to sit with yourself. It can be even at the beginning. I think the first thing always is to calm the immune system and to get support. After that, it can be as simple as someone who is in this situation are just sitting for 5 minutes a day. Or when there is a situation of anxiety, of stress, just sitting and putting your hands in your chest and just bringing the attention to the breathing. Bringing the attention to the breathing, sort of to calm down. So because the more basic meditation instruction is simply to be aware of our breath sort of going in and out. So, and yeah, so that would help. And again, it's a practice. The more you do it is when you play an instrument. So it doesn't work if you only do it when you need to do it. It's not like an aspirin sort of thing that you do it when you are stressed. The way it works is just you need to keep doing it day in, day out, day in, day out, even for 5 to 10 minutes, day in, day out. Just have that space for yourself. But in case of, trauma and anxiety situation like that, then it's always, I always advise people to do it under the guidance of either a therapist or an instruction or someone. Because otherwise, if there is a lot of stuff going on, it can actually make things worse because it may bring things to the surface. So always safety first.
Excellent, because stress and violence, and the stress caused by violence, of course, can even affect your physical health. It's a question also of preventing those diseases or discomforts that come with a stressful mind, and that can result in a stressed body with autoimmune diseases, with a lot of other illnesses. So, you'll talk about that next year. So welcome to the team, Flor, and I'm looking forward to listen to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, and as I said, it can be something very simple. Just a few minutes every day, it can make a big difference.
Excellent. See you in 2023. Thank
you
you
next year.
with us.
Yes. Thank you. Bye. Bye-bye.